If you would remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated. Good evening, and welcome to Missisquoi Valley Middle and High School for our 56th high school graduation ceremony. On behalf of the senior class of 2026, we would like to thank you for joining us for this very special evening. In case you missed the senior awards evening on May 18th, I would like to share a few of the highlights of the class of 2026. There are 9 seniors who are members of the National Technical Honor Society through the Northwest Career and Technical Center and the Hope Hollow Career Center. There are 13 students who are members of the National Honor Society and the National Arts Honor Society who together completed over 1,050 community service hours this year. 22 members of our senior class received the Vermont Principals Association Scholar Activity Award for having a 3.7 GPA or higher and participated in a VPA-sponsored activity for at least 2 years. And this year, over $600,000 worth of scholarships have been awarded to the class of 2026. These are but a few of the accomplishments of the seniors. Congratulations for both the amazing things that you have accomplished and for the amazing things that you will continue to do for years to come. Whether you intend to enter the workforce, the military, the trades, or go on to college, I thank you for being a Thunderbird and wish you the best in your future endeavors. At this time, I would like to recognize our school board members. Mr. Rennick Darnell Martin, Board Chair. Stephanie Gagne, Vice Chair. Pierrette Bouchard. Don Collins. Chris Shepard. Anthony Bassett. Peter Magnet. Siobhan Cooper. And Elaine Nestor. At this time, I would like to introduce Ms. Julie Regenbaugh, our Superintendent of Schools.
Good evening. And a very warm welcome to the class of 2026, along with the families, friends, and mentors who have supported them every step of the way. It is a true joy to gather here tonight to celebrate the incredible journey of this talented and inspiring group of seniors. Tonight is about honoring the exceptional character found within this class. It's that spirit of excellence. It's my privilege to recognize 4 young people whose perseverance and leadership have earned them the prestigious rank of Eagle Scout. Please stand when I call your name, and please join me in congratulating Oliver Bailey, Jackson Gagne, Maxwell Wagner, and Drew Wood. Now, that same spirit of dedication carries forward as we acknowledge those seniors who have chosen a path of profound public service. This year, MVU is incredibly proud to honor 2 students who are answering the call to serve by joining the United States Marine Corps. Ooh, that got loud. So please stand. Anna Bleskowski and Vincent Focano. To all our honorees tonight, thank you for your commitment to excellence. Your teachers, your families, and your community are profoundly proud of the character you have shown. It is now my pleasure to introduce the chair of the Missisquoi Valley School Board, Mr. Rennick Darnell Martin.
Good evening. I promised Dan that I would keep this short, and it's also super hot, so I get it. First of all, thank you to Superintendent, Mr. Palmer, and faculty, family, staff, and everyone here. As I know, my name is Rennie Darna Martin, Chair of the MBSC School Board, and really I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you on behalf of the school board for everything that this class has done. You know, we sit and we see the data, behind the scenes, and we work on all the things that can give you all the tools to be able to go out there and hopefully triumph. And the biggest thing I want to tell you all is that the world is changing fast, really fast. And I hope that as you go out there, that you're able to take all the skills and everything that you've learned and somehow apply it best you can. We have hope in you, we think you can do it, and congratulations and good luck. Thank you.
At this time, would the members of the MBU Senior Wind Ensemble please come on up? At this time, I would like to welcome the Senior Executive President of the Class of 2026 to the stage, Millie Davis.
Hi everyone. My name is Millie Davis, and I'm honored to be speaking tonight to represent the Class of 2026. I want to first thank you all for being here to support my peers and me as we take this next leap in life. I know it hasn't been an easy journey, and I hope everyone is proud of how far they have come. I'll be honest, I procrastinated writing this speech, not only because of a lack of words or moments to share, but the opposite. There's always too much to say and do, but too little time, a lesson that has been very apparent to all of us lately. I was informed about the speech at the beginning of this year, and there I was, a week ago, looking at the due date like it had just appeared out of nowhere. Graduation seemed so far away, just like it had every year of high school, but here we are. The truth is, nothing in life lasts forever, and a due date will always win. Time catches up to you, and the only thing you're left with is the memories of a past time well spent. Because really, it has been well spent. Even in the bad moments, we grew more and more from every setback. Each falling out with a friend or obstacle in our way helped us grow and learn who we are and how we want to be respected. These 4 years led us to today, every moment setting us on the path for future success. And the majority of us will get there to success because we made it here. And if we can push forward through the challenges of finding ourselves, then we can continue pushing forward in life and remembering all the moments that got us through. First moments in particular are always scary. First playground, first school bus, first friends, first time entering MPU, first skit night, first athletic game, first powder puff practice, first musical, and now, for many of us, first time saying goodbye. The first moments are scary, yes, but for me, the last moments are scarier. Last time taking laps around the theater, last time running into Miss Hakey in the hallways, last time being on the MPU stage, last time playing games in the gym, last time begging parents for an early dismissal, last time being a kid in high school. It may feel heavy right now, but this is just the beginning of our journey, and every goodbye comes with new experiences being welcomed in. I think the best way to describe this feeling is bittersweet. For many of us, we counted down the days until graduation, where we could finally leave this chapter behind. Now, looking back, I wish I could slow it all down and truly appreciate each moment for what it was. And really, I think looking back, much of the bitter moments may fade away. We won't remember every argument, bad test, or stressful morning, but we will remember the feeling of growing up alongside our best friends, making memories that were worth every minute of bitterness it brought us. There's a big chance this could be the last time we're all in the same room together, but that doesn't mean it's all over. We're all going our separate ways, and life is moving fast, but stay connected. Continue to show up for one another. Remember this version of yourself, the one that got you here, and most importantly, don't lose the part of you that's a kid. I want to take a moment to thank those who have been there for us through every step of the way, our families. I want to thank you for being patient with us, for knowing the times when we needed support, and recognizing when we needed space to figure things out for ourselves. For always being in the background of our lives, watching every moment, small moment with pride. There may have been times we were too harsh, times when we fought, wishing we were left alone, but there was never a day where we knew you didn't have our backs. We are grateful for you even though we may not say it enough. The due date finally arrived, just like it always does, but as we leave here tonight, we carry with us the friends, the lessons, and the memories that shaped us into who we are. We may not know what's next for us, and that's okay. What's important is that we keep pursuing life with the same resilience that brought us to today, cherishing every moment along the way. Congratulations, Class 2026. Thank you for listening, and good luck.
At this time, I would like to have P.E.G and Liliana Fournier please come to the stage to introduce our guest speaker.
Good evening, I'm P.E.G and I'm here with Liliana Fournier to introduce tonight's guest speaker. Our guest speaker continues to be no stranger to Missisquoi Valley Union, even though he officially retired in 2022 after 45 years as a teacher, coach, and school administrator here at the Big Round Happy House. Jay Hartman was born and raised in the small northern New York village of Alexandria Bay, located on the St. Lawrence River. He attended kindergarten through grade 12 in the same building where he and his classmates enjoyed a wide variety of opportunities, both academically and outside the classroom. After graduating from Plattsburgh State, Mr. Hartman came to NDU as a middle school social studies teacher in 1977.
Over the next 4.5 decades, he served in a variety of school positions until retiring as a high school principal in 2022. In addition to his many involvements at MVU, he was also an active member of the Vermont Principals Association. In 2017, he was chosen as an assistant principal of the year for Vermont. And in 2024, he was inducted into the VPA Hall of Fame. He and his wife, the former Linda Barnum, live in Franklin, where they are active in the community and church programs. Between them, they have 5 children, all MVU graduates, and 5 grandchildren. In retirement, they enjoy watching the activities of family members and coming back to MVU to take in as much as they can. In his words, "I was given so much by the families and communities that make up Missisquoi Valley. I simply want to find as many ways as I can to keep giving back." The class of 2026 is pleased to welcome our graduation speaker, Mr. Jay Hartman.
Excuse me for a bit of housekeeping. Good luck tomorrow, ladies. Good evening, and thank you for the honor and the privilege to be with you tonight. Congratulations to this graduating class of 2026, the 56th to graduate from Missisquoi Valley Union Middle and High School. Congratulations also to your parents, to your grandparents, other family members and friends, many of whom are here this evening, and to your teachers and administrators who have all supported and guided you to this important moment in your high school experience here at MVU. As I've been preparing my remarks to share with you on this most special occasion, I've had hundreds and possibly thousands of ideas and thoughts for what would be just the right message to send you off on the next adventures of your life. Should I talk about great events in history, life-saving discoveries in science and medicine, world leaders who have changed our lives, or some other great words of wisdom? After considerable reflection, I decided that I would take a different approach, an adventure that each and every one of us will take. It is called life, and follow the words of Helen Keller, who once said, "Although I long to accomplish great and noble things, it is my chief duty to accomplish humble tasks, as if they were both great and noble." Here are a couple of ideas and thoughts I'd like to share with you tonight. First, your life is a highway, a journey that is filled with unnumbered starts and stops, dead ends, detours, wrong turns, and other unexpected interruptions along the way. Second, life is what happens to each of us while we are busy making plans to do other things, and it is constantly changing and it is evolving. Let me take a moment to illustrate these two ideas from my own personal journey on the highway of life. 50 years ago, in 1976, I graduated with my social studies and history teaching certificate from Plattsburgh State. Shortly after graduation, I received an interview for a teaching position that would turn out to be my only interview of that first year. I was both prepared and nervous, much like tonight. and I unfortunately did not get the job. So I returned to my parents' home in the Thousand Islands, where I worked a variety of jobs and was a substitute teacher in my hometown of Alexandria Bay. That winter, I mailed out more than 400 letters of application and resumes to schools throughout New England and New York. Later that spring, I thought that my dream job had finally opened up when I learned that my high school history teacher was retiring and I was possibly in line to replace him. Like the previous year, however, I received only one interview that application season. Even more nervous than the first year, and certainly beginning to run out of options, my interview again went surprisingly well, and I was offered my first job in June of 1977. However, it turned out that my dream job would not be back home where I grew up, but rather it was here at Missisquoi Valley Union, where I would have the privilege to live and to work for the next 45 years and have a lifetime filled with memories, both personal and professional, with the wonderful people and the students of Franklin, Highgate, and Swanton. Without question, I was given so much more than I could ever hope to give back during those years, and in a bit of deja vu, or perhaps good fortune, it turns out that my very first and only interview the previous year in 1976 was also right here at MVU. My life was truly beginning to have a plan of its own. As some of you may know, unlike Mr. Palmer and his wife, Linda and I were not high school sweethearts. And as a matter of fact, we did not even know one another until the early 2000s, when of all things, a softball uniform would bring us together. One of her daughters had played varsity softball for Rich McVicker and I, and in 2004, she was chosen to play for Vermont in the annual Twin State Games against New Hampshire. As the summer went along, the uniform had not yet returned, and so I traveled out on the Morris's Line Road to pick it up before the start of another school year. Linda and I quickly learned that we had both been married before, and that we were, at the present time, both very single. I had had her children in school, and she also knew a little bit about my two daughters. Over the years, we have discovered that besides children, we have many other common interests, ranging from our faith and involvement with the East Franklin Union Church, places that we like to visit, foods that we enjoy, and of course, the Hallmark Channel. Linda has proved to be extremely patient and forgiving, even now in retirement, with everything that I am involved with, as I sometimes arrive late for a meal or return home from a meeting or an event much later than we had planned. Although I continue to be a significant work in progress in her life, in December of this year, we will celebrate our 20th wedding anniversary. Once again, my life has very fortunately traveled in a direction that I had neither anticipated or had planned. Oh, and by the way, in 2004, I also got that softball uniform back. Like my life, each of you graduates here tonight are also on a journey and traveling on a highway that you will continue to become more and more uniquely yours as you go through life. As you travel on your road, you no doubt will experience your own set of detours, wrong turns, and roadblocks along the way. And I am certain that many things will happen during your lifetime as you are making plans to do something else. But I also believe that the valuable lessons you have learned during your lives, at home, in our communities, and here at MVU, have prepared you with the knowledge, determination, resilience, and courage to overcome whatever obstacles life has in store for you. Your parents and grandparents, neighbors and other relatives, along with your teachers, have supported you in many different ways through these formative years, and have challenged you when you needed to step outside of your comfort zone. So I would encourage you sooner than later to take the time to find those people and to tell them, one, that you love them, and two, thank them for all that they have done for you in these early miles of your highway. Tonight, it might be a great time to start. Best wishes to the graduating class of 2026. Thank you for all of your many accomplishments while attending MVU, in the classroom, on the playing fields, and in our communities. We look forward to learning about the many great things that you will continue to achieve in the future, wherever your highway and your journey may take you. And perhaps sometime in the future, after you leave MVU tonight, you might recall these words from baseball's Hall of Fame broadcaster Vin Scully when he retired from the announcer's booth after 67 years. Don't be sad because it's over. Smile because it happened. And don't forget that wherever you go and whatever you do, remember to take care of yourself and to take care of each other. Congratulations to the class of 2026. Thank you for being a Thunderbird.
At this time, would the MVU senior singers please come forward? At this time, I would like to welcome with the senior class address, the MVU Green and Gold winner, Avery Guyette.
Good evening. My name is Avery Guyette, and I am truly honored to stand before you tonight to address the class of 2026. Thank you to MVU Principal Dan Palmer for inviting me to speak, as well as to everyone in the audience for joining us in celebrating the accomplishments of my fellow graduates. I would like to begin by congratulating the MVU class of 2026. Many of us wandered the endless circles of this school as middle schoolers, and tonight we'll exit them as graduates with a much greater sense of direction. Within these walls, we have learned so much about who we are and who we want to become. We've branched out to try new things, with confidence in the fact that we can always circle back to the community of support built for us here. When I mention the community of support that exists at MVU, the truest embodiment that comes to mind, as I'm sure many of you agree, is Mr. Barney. Now, I first got to know Mr. Barney through his classroom, which he so graciously offered to serve as the MVU girls basketball locker room for 3 of the 4 years that I played for the team. At first glance, Mr. Barney's room appeared quite chaotic. There were books stacked in every corner, empty coffee mugs on his desk, and a countless number of photographs that covered any trace of free space that may have existed on the walls. Yet, when you looked at the room with a set of discerning eyes, like Mr. Barney so often encouraged his students to do, his profound commitment to building community within and beyond the walls of MVU is quite apparent. The books weren't just any books. They were historical records that shaped the experiential lessons he would teach his students and precursors to the conversations he would hold with fellow teachers. The empty mugs were less a vessel for coffee, more so an excuse to wander the halls and interact with everyone he met along the way. Meanwhile, the photographs gave the walls a voice to tell the stories of all the lives Mr. Barney touched during his time at MVU. Though we recently lost Mr. Barney, his kindness, curiosity, and deep investment in those around him continue to teach us all an important lesson about what it means to be part of a community. And that lesson, which is echoed by all existing forms of community at MVU, is this: there is strength in community. There exists a common misconception that the greatest endeavors are independent. Perhaps it stems from our title as the last COVID class, because we were isolated for so long that we had to learn to accomplish things on our own. Mr. Barney and our experiences as MVU students, however, teach us to recognize the power community holds in uniting people behind a common goal to strengthen impact. I mean, just look at the things our classes accomplished when we came together. There's this year's Powder Puff team, which raised a record high of over $44,000 in support of Jim Bashaw Cancer and Catastrophic Illness Fund and Camp Tecumseh. And let's not forget everyone who was part of the musical production Anastasia, whether it was on stage, backstage, in the pit, or as part of the booth. Speaking of the booth, which is composed primarily of seniors, they worked behind the scenes to put on so many of our school's events, like NHS and NGHS inductions, skit night, concerts, and so much more. There's also those who put on and participated in the All-State Music Festival, an event that enabled student expression and brought so much of the community together. Let's also recognize all the members of the softball and baseball teams who came together to win championships, and all of you athletes, for that matter, who stuck together through wins and losses, learning lessons of hard work and sportsmanship. On that note, make sure to come and support your girls varsity softball team as we head down to Castleton to play Rice at 1 p.m. tomorrow in the championship. And of course, a huge shout out to everyone who kept Mr. Thunderbird alive. Through set work, planning, and production, the money you raised in support of Friends of Duke Rescue was truly impactful. And that's only a small portion of the things the MVU Class of 2026 has accomplished together. The truth is, none of these things could be accomplished without the support of community, and your future goals are no exception. As we go forth, we gain the most independence that we've ever had. And while this independence is important and exciting, I encourage you to not feel like you have to do it all on your own. Leaning on your community for help is not a sacrifice of autonomy. In fact, empowering community settings are agents of individual development. Just like you began to discover yourself within the community of MVU, you will join other communities that teach you important lessons about who you are and who you want to become. When you leave tonight, you don't leave the circle you built here. You simply expand upon it. Whether you're staying close to home or traveling far, I encourage you to take this as an opportunity to live a little bit more like Mr. Barney. Actively seek out new communities, build a support network, and know that if you need it, the relationships you built here are lasting, and you can always fall back upon them. In the midst of uncertainty, remember that there are so many people rooting for you to succeed. We're in this together, so rely on one another and cheer for each other. The success of one does not diminish the success of another, so let us succeed together. Though when we leave here tonight, we will no longer be classmates, we will remain bonded by the experiences we've shared and the communities we've built. As we prepare to say goodbye, remember that there will always be a place for you here, and let that empower you to take chances. Don't limit yourself to this community. Immerse yourself in new experiences. Change your worldview, and when you're ready, share these perspectives with us. And as Mr. Barney so often reminded us, we're doing great. Congratulations once again, class of 2026.
At this time, with the presentation of the class gift, I would welcome Abigail Durkee and Amelia Favreau to the stage.
Good evening, everyone. I am Amelia Favreau, and this is Abigail Durkee. And tonight, we have the honor of presenting the class gift as the co-treasurers of the class of 2026.
I would first like to thank each of you for coming here tonight to support your graduate. If there's one thing I'm sure of, it's that not a single one of us here today has gone through this journey alone. We are each a patchwork quilt of those who have believed in us over the past 4 years, and we would like to thank each and every person who's been a part of that journey. On behalf of the class of 2026, we would especially like to thank our advisors, Sarah Gates and Luann Wood, for all the time and effort they've dedicated to our class. Two unfailingly generous people who have inspired and supported us over the past 4 years. Ms. Gates and Ms. Wood have acted as our mentors, our role models, cheerleaders, and have always been our fiercest supporters, our twin pillars without whom we would not be here today. They have worked tirelessly to support us and guide us, and we cannot thank them enough. We are forever grateful for both of you.
Over the past several years, our class has been extremely successful in our fundraising efforts. This year, we have chosen to use these funds to expand opportunities for students outside of the classroom. We were able to collaborate with Jason Butler and Mr. Palmer to create an outdoor space for students to learn. This summer, you will see the addition of an outdoor classroom in the woods near J-Pod, including benches donated by the class of 2026. It is our hope that this outdoor space will both offer greater learning opportunities and promote a positive learning environment for all students. This outdoor classroom will be open for the 26-27 school year, and we cannot wait for you all to see it. Thank you.
At this time, we will have the presentation of the class of 2026.
Caleb R. Aiken. Phoenix Aldrich. Aiden Bailey. Oliver Cage Michael Bailey. Haley Lynn Banyay. Evan J. Bellevue. Amelia Lucille Benoit. Alyssa May Bittner. Jordan Lawrence Blanchard. Anna Marie Blaskowski. Trinity Marie Bordeaux. Gracie Jane Briette. Luke Noah Bruzy. Shane Elijah Bushy. Grace Claire Cadieu. Madison Jean Cadieu. Shelby Elizabeth Cadieu. Sorrel Roslyn Casperson. Madison Claire Champney. Hunter William Cheney. Elena Ruth Chevrier. Nevaeh Grace Kemp Daniel. Callie Joyce Daniels. Millie Grace Davis. Brett Randall Degree. Phoebe Marie DePady. Aubrey Devaney. Sophia Grace Dixon. Dominic Xander Drogalis. Abigail Marie Durkee. Andrea Faye Duso. Kylie Farrington. Amelia Elizabeth Fabro. Meredith Andrea Fabro. Cody Leo Claude Fortin. Caitlin May Fournier. Liliana Alma Fournier. Olivia Jade Freeman. Buck Owen David Furlow. Jackson Louis Gagne. Kelly Angela Garso. Trenton Emerson Robert Gardner. Addison Adele Gates. Cheyenne Jean Gibney. Lucian Samuel Gilbert. Jacoby Allen Gordon. Jonah Bradley Gordon. Easton Gover Smith. Kennedy Gover Smith. Piper Quinn Gregory. Rowan Cooper Gregory. Avery Emerson Guyette. Chloe Elizabeth Hakey. Macy May Hemingway. Cadence May High. Noah Isaac Hunt. Dallas Hunter Jablonski. Haley Elizabeth Jenkins. Ava Jolie Jerome. Jacob S. Jerome. David Kane. Storm Jonathan Michael Kelly. Logan T. Kerwin. Caden James Kutzner. Shireen Elizabeth Sagrado Lacey. Braden Bo Lafar. Hunter Allen Lafar. Isabel Claire LaRush. Tabitha Rose Lawrence. Benjamin Blair Ledoux. Ava Ray Levitt. Kaylee Jade Lewis. Logan Gordy Little. Jacob Lockwood. Lillian Marie Loisel. Tucker Joseph Lucier. Nathaniel Joseph Maishi. Grady Patrick Martin. Arik Matthew. Elizabeth Mary Matten. Zachary R. Mayer. Evane Emmeline McCrillis Sigmund. Veronica S. McGregor. Dylan Kendrew Moulton. Dominic Matthew Nesbitt. Elizabeth Marie O'Leary. Vincent Anthony Papano. Aaliyah May Paquette. Kelsey Lynn Parody. Lucas Anthony Joseph Herod. Taylor L. Patnode. Anthony Paul Patnode. Javondre Emmanuel Henn. Hunter Joseph Grant Pike. Madison Ray Rainville. Shane Allen Redmond Jr. Sophie Lynn Reed. Emily May Reynolds. Hannah Rhodes. Faith Marie Roberts. Jamie Leonard Rollo. Joshua Adam Rye. Jordan Alex Sartwell. Jacob Matthew Shepard. Eli Foster Sherman. Emily Grace Snyder. Kaylee Sandra St. Gillet. Vanessa Stanhope. Serenity Jade Thompson. Aiden Robert Trebe. Caleb A. Tropiana. Samuel Gary Underwood. Maxwell James Wagner. Wyatt Walker. Ivy Lynn Warden. Kyla M. Whalen. Robert Kenneth Wheeler III. Kaya Alicia Whitcomb. Lily Grace Whitcomb. Michaela Aubrey White. Drew Maurice Wood. Brighton James Emery Woodard. Walter Francis Woodard.
For the turning of the tassel, I would welcome Addison Gates to the stage, please.
Good evening, class of 2026. My name is Addison Gates, and I am the secretary of the senior class. First, I'd like to thank all the teachers, staff, and caregivers for making this possible. None of us would be here if it weren't for you. I'd also like to thank the class of 2026 for 4 years of unforgettable memories. Tonight, we've come together to celebrate each and every one of us, our accomplishments, our journey, but most importantly, our dreams. This is not the end, but a mere beginning to the rest of our lives. Each of us will lead different lives, go down different paths, and find out who we are. Some of us will move across the country, and some may even find ourselves on the other side of the world. Go as far as you wish to go, but never forget that we'll always share the place that first shaped who we are. We will now turn our tassels. A reminder that the tassel moves from right to left, signifying the turning of a page in our lives, ending with the tassels closest to your heart. Even though the tassels may be small, the accomplishment is large. This is what life is made up of, the small things along the way. Now please stand and follow me as together we turn our tassels from right to left. Congratulations.
As we prepare to close this evening's ceremony and send our graduates off to their next adventures, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge those members of our faculty that are retiring this year. Mr. Rich Ballard, thank you for your years of service in our Science and Technology Department, and to Ms. Ellen Douglas. We wish them the very best in their next chapter of their lives. I would also like to thank Mr. Garso and Ms. Turner for their assistance in the events this evening. I would also like to thank Ms. Debbie LaRose for her assistance in organizing and working on the fine details of this evening. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please hold on. We are not done yet with our service. Graduates, while commencement is a time of celebration in honor of the academic accomplishments you have achieved, there are many people that have helped you get there today. At this time, graduates, would you please stand and recognize the family, friends, and faculty that have helped you to get to this moment today. You may be seated. Graduates, as you face many roads in the days ahead, remember this day. This day represents the culmination of your academic studies thus far. Cherish this moment and remember that learning is a lifelong journey that will unlock opportunities throughout your lives. Over these past 6 years, we have become a community. You have looked out for one another, encouraged one another, and challenged each other to be more than you thought possible. You have made lifelong friends. You will leave MVU stronger, wiser, empowered individuals ready to accept the challenges that will come your way. Carry these lessons with you as you embark on your next journey. Make a difference in your communities throughout your lives. May each of you find joy and contentment in your journeys ahead. It has been our great privilege to know you and to celebrate you. Please remember to keep in touch, as you will be missed. Thank you and good luck. I encourage everyone to meet us in Commons for some light refreshments. At this time, we will have the recessional of the graduates. Please do not block the walkway for the graduates. Thank you.